was at a crossroads and didn't know which way to go. In one direction lay the past, the world he knew, safety. In the other lay the future, unmapped territory, risk. The latter was like catnip to a mind as insatiably curious and questioning as his was.
Well, hello from the desert. Another work trip. And I think what I want to talk about this week is the nature of my work and how that intersects with what I'm doing with this vlog. And the reason I want to talk about that more is because right now I feel like I'm at a bit of a crossroads in trying to figure out. So the past year or so, I've kind of been splitting my attentions in some respects between the day job and these vlogs that I make. But as the day job has gotten more demanding, what I worry about is the two compromising each other. And so what I'm trying to figure out right now is, do I commit more time to the day job, like the time outside of work hours, and thereby commit these vlogs to be more about the day job?
I think the other part that's hard is it feels like everything needs packaging. It's hard to be like, oh, I gotta do this one specific thing because that's how branding works. I gotta be the guy who does that. Like, that's literally what every single marketer will tell you about building a brand. Like, I'm the skater. Boom, I'm the skater who vlogs. Like, that was like my thing. And now I'm like, okay, no, I'm like the person who does 50 different things, and I like doing all of them, so why can't I just be that person? And there's probably a world in which it works, but trying to organize, okay, I want to explore Korean culture, I want to explore Japanese culture, I want to design anime apparel, I want to skate, I want to do fitness, I want to build fitness apparel, all these things. That's 5 things. I don't know how to categorize that into one thing. And like, that's the tough part is whatever I choose, if I want to be successful in it, has to be all consuming. So I have to give it all of my time and effort. And I'm like, okay, which one can I do? Because I don't want to neglect.
So that's kind of where I'm at too. And that between this vlog and the work videos that I do, I feel like I'm trying to do too much. And part of it is because I don't know which I want to do more, in large part because I don't know which would be more successful as well as more fulfilling and sustainable in the long term. Like, would I want to make explainer videos about tech for the rest of my life? Would I want to make vlogs about my life for the rest of my life? I'm not sure. And then the other part of it is, I really enjoy making the like home movies that I do for the vlogs. I really like cutting up shots and setting it to music like I do for the vlogs. I really like animation and visual effects, which I do more for the work videos, and I've had a hard time figuring out how to incorporate into the vlogs. I really like writing skits and really thinking through shots, which I kind of do for the vlogs, but I really am able to do for my work videos because those are skit-based. And so I have these different interests, which all revolve around making videos, but kind of are tailored to 2 different types of videos, at least have been so far. What I now want to figure out is, how can I bring all of these together, or do I need to start making hard decisions? I'd rather avoid that and instead figure out how I can bring these all together. So that's going to be the thing I spend this week, hopefully, thinking a lot about, and hopefully coming to some sort of conclusions. But we'll see. Today's tasks are to shoot a bunch of interviews. Really, that's it.
Floor number 3.
one more interview, and we are done. All right, the last interview has been completed. My shoulders are burning, but I'm glad I got it done. And maybe tomorrow we reflect on some things that I was thinking about the past couple of days when doing all these videos. So, but now I'm gonna get home, so see you tomorrow. I'll be here.
Okay. I love you.
Love you too.
Okay. Everything's okay.
So I think I had said today I'd reflect on the work trip. And that was the plan, but instead I feel like talking about the idea of maintaining momentum. So the work trip, I banked a bunch of interviews for 2 different work videos that I'm going to be doing. Coming off the trip, I would very much like to use today for catching up on email and other kinds of things. All the parts of my job that don't have anything to do with video. But I know if I don't start processing these interviews, going through them to start writing my scripts, I'm gonna lose the momentum because things are fresh right now. So even though today I don't have a ton of energy, this is exactly the kind of low-level work that's perfect for days like today. Tomorrow I'll be glad that I did it. And maybe tomorrow we talk about And maybe tomorrow we talk about my reflections on the work trip. See you then. Not bad. So, the thing I've been ruminating on this week is how much time should I actually be spending on the vlog, or should I use that time to spend on work videos, even though it'd be outside of non-working hours? And the reason I'm thinking about this is because the work videos feel like they actually have some momentum right now. The event I was at earlier this week for work, I had some people who came up to me and said, "Hey, I watch your videos, I like them, keep it up." You know, it wasn't like a ton of people, but more than one. And that's, obviously it's nice to hear, but it also makes me want to make more and make better videos. One way for me to do that is to spend more time on these videos. I already spent a ton of time on these videos during work hours, but I have other parts of my job that I have to do that have nothing to do with video. So if I'm gonna devote more time to the work videos, that time's gotta come from somewhere. It's not gonna come from sleep because I'm already not spending enough time sleeping. So like the vlog makes the most sense in terms of where I could displace time. Plus the vlog really is just for me to practice making videos. And so it's like, well, if I'm spending more time working on videos for work, that could be my practice time. And if anything, my work videos really lend themselves towards animation, motion graphics, the things that I want to be practicing at and getting better at anyways. So it's like logically, yeah, I should spend more time on work videos, less time on the vlog. But I don't want to spend less time on the vlog. Or at least I don't want to lose out on the vlog. Like with the vlog, I've kind of created this space in my life that's just like a completely free creative playground. I can do whatever the hell I want for the vlog. But I've had a hard time knowing what I want the vlog to be, or what I want out of the vlog beyond just having a practice field for making videos. And so I think where my head's at coming out of this week is I'm not ready to give up on the vlog in favor of my work videos, but I really do need to figure out what is it I'm trying to do with the vlog. And where I've landed so far is, I don't know, but I really need to figure it out. So I guess hopefully next week I figure it out. Stay tuned.